Hey everyone, Thursday update, Tony George, DocSports.com. We got a free $60 and a link in the description below. Go over and check out the website. 50 years in business since 1971. Lots of great information over there for you. Be sure and go over there and check it out. We're talking free NBA playoff pick tonight. We lost our playoff pick last night on Memphis. I had the over in that game along with the Knicks for a nice 2-0 sweep. We're on a 70% run here in the NBA, 7-3-1 run here in the NBA. So be sure and get over and get our action tonight. We're going to talk about the games up front. Now, personally, I am on the Heat and Bucks game tonight. I'm going to pass in the Lakers and the Suns game, but we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to give you the Portland-Denver game. And then we'll do a promo at the end, let you know what's going on today, if you care to stay tuned for that. And we'll talk about an 8-unit loss we had yesterday. But that being said, let's get to the game at hand here. First of all, an interesting stat I got. I want nothing to do with the Lakers and the Suns because of Chris Paul's condition. And I'm not so sure about LeBron James' condition. Meaning, I saw an interesting stat I thought I'd share with you today on Twitter from a guy that I follow. LeBron James' percent of field goal attempts within 5 feet of the rim in the playoffs since 2016. 51% of his shots came within 5 feet in 2016. 2017, 46%. 2018, 42. 2020, 47. So far in the playoffs this year, 17%. It's not going to the rim like he usually does. Now, I know they got Drummond. LeBron's not 100% healthy on that ankle. I'm telling you. Davis picked up the slack the last game. No doubt. He's superstar. Anthony Davis probably is a more key component to the Los Angeles Lakers winning right now than LeBron James is, in my opinion. Chris Paul makes everything happen for Phoenix, and Phoenix has a lot of pieces of the puzzle in place. They have a lot of good players, and they have a relatively deep bench. Lakers laying 7 at home. It's a coin flip. It's really a coin flip. Even on a first half line, side or total, it's a coin flip. I don't want anything to do with it. Portland, Denver, I do want something to do with. And thought about this almost for a doubleheader in a premium play. I like Portland at home tonight. Again, you just can't win a 7-game series in the NBA without a decent backcourt. And Portland has one of the best backcourts in the entire NBA. At home. With huge scoring. Lillard, he had 32 in the first half. Last game. They had no answer for Jokic, the Joker. They're not going to have one that Nurkic can't cover him. He's too slick for him. He's better than he is. And he's going to get his points inside and out. Let him have his points. You got to rely on Michael Porter Jr. for scoring with your backcourt depleted and Murray gone. Well, this is his first true road game in the postseason in the NBA. And anybody who's ever knows anything about the NBA, Portland's a very tough out at home. And I think Lillard and McCollum will go nuts tonight in front of the home crowd. I think Portland gets over on them. That's your free pick. Now, today over at Docs, number one is we're passing in the PGA. First round of the Colonial, Hogan's Alley. I don't like getting heavily involved in a PGA tournament the week after a major. A major tournament like the PGA Championship, and especially that course and the wind and conditions they had to deal with there, it takes a lot out of you, even youngsters. Took a lot out of Phil Mickelson. I just saw the leaderboard. He's 3 over after 12 today down at Colonial, down there in Dallas. So we're going to wait and see what shakes out today on the leaderboard and see who did what, who brought their A game, and who's got little left in the tank, and shake it all out and take a look at it Friday and get some picks up for you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. In the Colonial and the PGA, we are on a 10-2 run in Major League Baseball, plus $2,800 to the good for a $100 player since May 16th, and we've got a singled out best bet again tonight. We're just finding the best bet on the board. We're flat betting them right down the board. Come on. And NHL, last night we had an 8-unit pick on the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Bad call on my part. You can bitch and moan about 0-0 going into the third, and Minnesota scores and Vegas scores, and they take the goal away from Vegas on a phantom interference call that just completely changed the whole dynamic of the game. And a minute later, Minnesota scores, it's all over. It was a bad call. One thing about the NHL, this big boy panty stuff, and I had to clean mine out when I got home from the sports bar. No doubt about it. I lost $2,600 personally on it. But at the end of the day, when you looked at that game, you have 40-14 shots on goal the previous game, and Vegas lost at home. And I figured it going to be the kind of same despairing number in this game, and they weren't going to be that cold twice. Well, they were. And Cam Talbot did a hell of a job in the net. I'm not taking anything away from Minnesota. And Fleury's the best goaler in the league for Vegas. And I figure they've held them to 1.4 goals per game. And one thing you don't want in any sport is a Game 7 in a 7-game series, because anything can happen to anybody in a Game 7 of a 7-game series. That's the last thing that Vegas wants. They may not advance. They're not going to unless they can score a goal. But nonetheless, we lost that. We faced the facts. We tell you, hey, we're doing great in the NBA, great in Major League Baseball. Now we sucked in the NHL last night. That's your full disclosure admission. Not a lot of guys will do it. I'll do it every time I lose. But nonetheless, we'll dig back out with a 4-unit totals play tonight for 4 units, get 4 units of it back, and get the rest of it back on Friday. Best of luck on Thursday. Go Portland.